Hi, what's going on, everyone? Today is April the 11th, 2020. Here to give you all this update in Bitcoin and to determine whether or not the strength in Bitcoin is gone. This is a warning video to the market who is expecting Bitcoin to see higher price and how that may have changed. We're going to talk about that on this video right here. If this is your first time watching our video, hit that subscribe button, like and share the video. Follow us on the other social media platforms, specifically Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We got all those locations, so make sure you follow us there. Now, if you're more interested in getting our price forecasts and predictions in the cryptocurrency space, if you're interested in stocks, if you're interested in commodities, join us on our website at HueFinancial.com. This is the simplistic way of determining where prices are likely to go in the markets. Join us. All right, so now let's talk about Bitcoin. So, like I stated, the last time we did our video in Bitcoin was on April the 8th, 2020. And on that particular video, we was looking for the market in Bitcoin to see higher price. We was looking for that continuational movement higher in Bitcoin. But what happened following that video? You guys can tell that $7,500, $7,400 is where the market was finding restriction. And every trading day since our video, the market failed. The culmination and the confirmation of that weakness came through yesterday. Now, the main reason why we was expecting Bitcoin to continue to see higher price was because of two reasons mainly. The first one was that $7,000 had to be maintained as support. That's the first thing. Second thing is that the overall trend in Bitcoin was higher. So one out of the two confirmations of Bitcoin moving higher has now been broken. And it is the one that it had to stay above $7,000. That broke yesterday. So that's one promise that has been broken from the market trappers. The next promise to sustain higher price movement is this ascending line. And you guys can tell right now we're trading around that vicinity right now. So this is very important to get some ideas as to whether or not Bitcoin is going to continue to see higher price or the movement to the downside is going to continue. Now, when you look at Bitcoin on the daily time frame, you can tell that already the market in Bitcoin tried to cross that threshold of $7,000 again. And now we're still seeing rejection. So we now know that Bitcoin is failing in seeing movement higher in price. You just got to call it for what it is. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame real quick. And here we are once again. We are noticing on this current weekly price bar in Bitcoin that there's still a lot of weakness in this market for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on hourly time frame now. Looking at Bitcoin on the hourly time frame, and I'm gonna tell you that this was the opportunity for the market trappers to convince us that Bitcoin is primed for higher prices right there. And that's where that restriction, that rejection came in at $7,000. So we're still seeing weakness in the market in Bitcoin. So currently, for the time being, the market is weak. We will be looking for the market to continue to see lower price in Bitcoin. But before we do, let's see where we're at right now in this particular forecast we did on the 8th of April. So if we were to get out right now, we will be down 6%. All right. So what happens, it goes like that. You just learn from the lessons and continue to press on with your ideas. So 6.08% loss in that forecast. Let's get rid of it. And now we're going to create another one. So just like we did the opposite of Bitcoin moving higher, we're looking for the same thing of Bitcoin going lower. We now understand in order for the movement lower to continue, Bitcoin has to trade below $7,000 instead of trading above it. Next level, Bitcoin has to break below 6750 which is expected to continue. So what we're going to do in the Bitcoin on the daily time frame is that we're going to put a sell forecast on this market. We now know that $7,000 is restriction. Let me go ahead and zoom this, bring this in closer. So we now know that $7,000 is restriction in Bitcoin, but I'm bringing it up towards, that $7,400 level, because we now know that that area has been a restriction. Okay. And we're going to TP the market in Bitcoin around 65.85. Okay, so that'd be about another 3.25% in the market in Bitcoin finding that support level. But again, I'm bringing it down just a tad to around $6,400 in the market in Bitcoin. Now, this daily price bar right here, we still have 6 hours left. So we can still see strength coming to the market in Bitcoin, no doubt about it. Right there around that ascending line. And we're testing that level right now. But I'm still suspecting some weakness and continued movement to come through in Bitcoin, okay? It's a pretty good area though. When I look at it on the 4-hour chart, that $6,700 can be a support level as well. So I would definitely take some TP off of that particular level too, which would be about 1.75% profit. Okay. But yeah, this is the only thing that is upholding the probability of Bitcoin moving higher, this ascending line right here. So we need to see some strength coming to the market in Bitcoin right now as I'm recording this video, and I'm not getting it yet. So that confirms and it leads to the fact that Bitcoin is still anticipated to give us some more movement to the downside. We got an initial TP around $6,700, but then ultimately, we can see the market come all the way back down to 6,600. So let's just play that out. This is our current forecast in the market in Bitcoin. It's going to transition this over and play this on the daily time frame with some minor weakness to come through initially. But if we get more weakness around $6,400 to around $6,500, then yeah, it's going to be a bigger movement to the downside. I know that BitMEX CEO Arthur Hayes is expecting Bitcoin to try to come down to $3,000. So, I mean, if that's going to continue, this forecast that we got in play is very minimal compared to Bitcoin coming all the way down to $3,000. So that's about a 50% drop if we were to go down that low over the next couple of weeks. Okay. So yeah, this is important. We're definitely noticing based off that spread from yesterday's trading day that Bitcoin is definitely giving us a lot of weakness. So we're going to play the market movement to the downside until we see a change in tone occur. So our premise, our forecast, what it is now. Simple to see, simple to understand. I'm done.